Hit that like button. Hit that like button. Let some people come in here. Let's see if I can actually read this thing. Gotta squint my eyes a little bit. A lot of weird things been happening in the world lately. Facts, Travis, facts. See your Super Bowl 58 prediction video. We'll get to it. NFL, whenever we do the pregame pick'em, we'll give you a Super Bowl prediction and shit. I already said mine last year. Actually, I said mine the same night that the Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I said my prediction. It stays the same. Or should I say it's gonna stay the same? What up, Coalition? Breezy in the building. Jose, what's good with you? Hit that like button if you just got in here. Smack the living shit out that like button. What up, HD? That joint you sent me, bro, that shit bang, bro. For real, for real. That shit go hard. I just added a lot of my like older beats to my Google Drive. So I'm like, yo, I'm like 35 gigs strong on that thing now. Say you've been following the Titans since Eddie George days, and when you read the news, you knew immediately Chris has been hurt most of his time with the Titans. Yes, and he was a first-round draft pick too. Said strip club shit. Shit. Hey, that matched the tempo and shit for the song. That definitely matched the vibe. But yeah, with Chris Farley. I say Caleb Farley, excuse me. Caleb Farley, there's an overnight explosion at the North Carolina home of Tennessee Titans cornerback Caleb Farley, which left one person dead, which was his father, and one person injured. They say they don't know what caused the explosion, anything like that. Chris wasn't even there. But his dad died at 61 years old, and Caleb lost his mom. If I call him Chris, I'm always thinking Chris Farley. But Caleb lost his mom in 2018, and he sat out 2020 for the CV19. He didn't want to play. Since Detroit turned 322 years old this year, they can at least make the playoffs. I mean, that division, they should take it. They kind of hinted at that at the end of last season, was that Detroit's going to be a fun team to watch this coming season. They was fun to watch last year. Aaron Rodgers gone from the Packers. The Bears got better. The Vikings should be better on defense for Flores as a coach. So there'll be some competition, but things going to be different. But yeah, back to Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley. I didn't butcher his name. I don't know how many times. Caleb Farley. The fact he was a first-round draft pick, played at Virginia Tech, lost his mom while he was there, hasn't played a whole lot. You got to pay your dues somehow. Like I mentioned before, Ben Simmons, he gets drafted. Next day, his cousin gets ran over by a car while he's crossing the street. Isaiah Thomas, playoffs. Sister died in a car crash. So the Titans are probably making the playoffs this year now. That doesn't necessarily mean they'll make the playoff just because he lost his dad. Sometimes the sacrifice goes towards the actual player himself. Like he might have a great year or something like that. That doesn't necessarily mean the team's going to win the Super Bowl. It's like people thought that the Bills are going to win the Super Bowl because Dawson Knox lost his brother. Like, no. And be honest, that division is Jacksonville's for the taking. Because I don't see Tennessee doing better than maybe 10 wins. Maybe 10, maybe 11. Depending on how that division shakes up, C.J. Stroud, he's screwed. Like, he is screwed. Jacksonville finna dog with the division. Exactly. The Colts gonna surprise some people, but they ain't gonna make a whole lot of noise, but they gonna surprise people. Specifically, Anthony Richardson gonna surprise some people. But the Titans, they're still hoping Tannehill can be a quarterback. Exactly. And then Malik Willis has been outperforming Will Levis, and that's not really saying much. So it's not looking too bright for the Titans. Sure, they got Hopkins, but let's be real. What else, who else they gonna throw the ball to? And God forbid Derrick Henry gets hurt like he did last year. Then now what? Now what the fuck they gonna do? And last night, it's funny that Washington, it was a Monday Night Football game too. It's funny that Washington beat the Ravens after they made it a point to emphasize the Ravens had won 24 straight playoff games. 24 straight playoff games. Or my bad, preseason games. 24 straight preseason games. That was the most useless winning streak I've ever heard in my life. HD funny. And then they made sure that the Ravens lost in dramatic fashion in a primetime game. You can see the Ravens knocking out KC in the playoffs, but losing to a team like the Bills. I don't see the Ravens beating the Chiefs. I don't. I will say I found something, speaking of the Chiefs, it's something interesting I found. If you go to their Twitter page, just tell me what logo do you see next to their name? Like, you might need to squeeze and zoom in, do a little, spread your fingers out on the screen and zoom in. Tell me what logo you see. And I tried looking up the other teams' Twitter accounts and saw what logo they had next to them. They all had the NFL logo. Go see what the Chiefs' logo is next to their name on Twitter. That's all I'm going to say. I feel like Baltimore finna go off. Baltimore going to be good this year for sure. Said preseason, really? Said preseason. You don't even see the Chiefs making the playoffs? That's funny. That's funny. KC gonna be there. KC gonna. What did we talk about last year? The NFL owes Missouri over $700 million because the Rams left too early. They have to pay that off. There's only one team remaining in Missouri now. It ain't the Rams. They got to pay that shit off. So they are going to be here for a long time. And there's a reason they try to build up Patrick Mahomes as the next GOAT. Well, Jonathan Taylor get traded, maybe the Jets. He shouldn't go to the Jets. Dalvin Cook's already there. That's pointless. So Caleb Farley had to make a sacrifice. Allegedly. Got to say, allegedly out there. The commies were celebrating like they hit the field goals. Yeah, I saw that. They really made a big deal about it. Like, Twitter was on fire about it. And I was like, damn, like, a preseason game, like Monday Night Football preseason game, and Washington was acting like this was a playoff clinching field goal. Like, come on. They've had the same trouble they've had since Lamar got there. No DBs, exactly. Exactly. That secondary weak. Shout out Bronze Flat Power guy in the building. $2 million definitely had to sell their soul for that. I feel like Hurts is done with Super Bowls, bro. Got paid, time to pay his dues. Exactly. If he comes back, he gonna lose again. So the AFC is too stacked, and it would be perfect for Vegas to grab money from the Chiefs. I mean, well, there's a lot of people who don't see the Chiefs winning the Super Bowl this year for some odd reason. People still like to ride the Bills bandwagon. Like, the Bills gonna win it. No, they're not. Fuck, they not. They'll be contented, but they ain't gonna do it. Said, Hurts had Masonic colors on. Yeah, Hurts down with the people for real. He a Q dog. Say push for Sam Howell now. The Ravens had a famous preseason streak ending. Winning streak ending. Yeah. I wouldn't even call it famous. I'm not calling the Ravens' 24-game preseason winning streak famous. It's pointless. That's what it is. It's pointless as fuck. So the Eagles going to be tough, but the Giants are going to surprise the East. Yeah, if Danny Nichols can, throw some dimes for once, get it to Jalen Hyatt, the offense might be buzzing a little bit, And the Eagles, yeah, they got a lot of Georgia players too. They re-up like a motherfucker. Because I think they got the toughest schedule in the NFL too, ironically. What up, Blackbird? You say you on vacation. Hell yeah, that's what's up. Got that week off relaxing. I feel it. Is it you or does Jalen Hurts look like Boris? Talking about Boris Kojo? That's the only Boris K I can think of, and I wouldn't even agree with that. Said Bieniemy gonna turn the skins around. You feel like they're gonna be better than last year? They might be better than last year. I know this. Dallas ain't finna do shit. I can tell you that much. And I'm surprised ain't nobody say a thing about the Cowboys yet. Maybe I ain't scrolled down far enough, but no one said a damn thing about the Cowboys. I think with these New York teams and baseball not going nowhere, you would look out for the Bills, especially with the new stadium being built. BCA, did you see what the logo was? So I said it's not 57. I can tell you that much. I zoomed in. I was like, maybe it's 57 because they defended champions, but nah, it's funny how they just threw that on there. It is funny. The Philadelphia Bulldogs. Said, who's Danny Nichols? You know damn well who it is. Say Ravens and Niners in a rematch. So if Lamar's a white, then would the media admit he's better quarterback than Joe Burrow? Yes. He would be getting the Josh Allen treatment. Like Josh Allen runs a lot. They don't give him shit. But Lamar Jackson, oh, he's a running back. You only know Danny Downs, Vanilla Vic. I feel like Dallas lose all preseason games so media can have a narrative and they start hot. They do seem to start hot every year. And when they collapse, it's usually in December. I do remember when Tony Romo was quarterback, that was the time you just waited for December so they could collapse. Basically, Joey, the Q Dogs have just about every big name athlete or personality that's black was a Q Dog. Not Colin Kaepernick, but you're like Stephen A. Smith, Michael Jordan, Jalen Hurts, Steve McNair, I think Donovan McNabb, I think Michael Vick. Like all of them that do, when they do this right here, if you ever seen them do that, that's a Q Dog. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ricky Smiley. I think he's a Q Dog too. Basically, it ties into the Black Boule. You don't think the Bengals going nowhere this year? AFC North stacked as hell too. You got the Ravens, Steelers got better, Bengals injured, Browns got better. Yeah, they might take a little step back this year. Josh Allen is a turnover machine, especially in the red zone. Josh Allen runs more than any quarterback in the league, but he's not criticized because he's white. Exactly. Romo in December. It was like the Chargers got good in December, and the Cowboys got bad in December. What up, T. Beezy in the building? Why does it seem like the media is reading from the same script when they heap praise on Burrow and crown him prematurely as the league's best quarterback and next Brady? Because he white, that's why. He white, and then you look at everything he did in college, and that carries over to the league. Kind of like what they did with Trevor Lawrence, or what they gonna do. Dallas usually starts out with an easy schedule, yeah. Then they start losing to all the AFC East opponents, or NFC East opponents, probably second time around. What up, Brooklyn NYC? What's good with you? Says Kobe's birthday. Damn, is it really? It is. Yeah, it's almost 8/24 too. A couple more days. You love to see Dallas and the Saints make the playoffs just to see them lose in a dramatic fashion. I'd definitely like to see Dallas lose. I want them to lose a game that where they can actually get in the playoffs. Like a week 18 game. Have them lose that shit. Yeah, you see what I'm saying, Young Mello? Yeah, you see. Browns, Ravens, and Steelers finna be tough. Yeah, they got Deshaun for a full year instead of just the last few games of the season. Shaq did the same. Yeah, that's another one. Shaquille O'Neal. He a whole Freemason too. He got the ring and everything. What up, PJ Allen? So Shaq ain't try to hide it. Said Danny Jones better than Joe Burrow. Now that's funny. That's funny. I think Trevor's closer to Brady than anybody else. I would say from like a marketability standpoint, I could kind of see that. From a playing standpoint, I'd say Trevor a little bit better runner than Brady, which I mean, they ain't saying much, but a little bit better runner when needed. Oh, speaking of Herbert, I saw a clip where him and Jimmy Garoppolo, this is back when Jimmy was with the 49ers, they were like doing this challenge, like who could hit the target. I think they have in 5 throws, who could hit the most targets in 5 throws. And you just see Justin Herbert just flick that thing. And then Jimmy Garoppolo, he had to actually step into it and put some oomph into it. You could tell someone had, a little bit more arm strength than the other. A little bit more. Is Jalen Ramsey being the top corner history now that Sauce took over? I mean, that shit changes so much every year, depending on what team you play for, who you was going against, are you in zone a lot, are you a man a lot? All that shit makes a difference. But it's crazy how Sauce just got in there, and now he's one of the top corners in the league. And it's interesting because I was watching Hard Knocks how him and Garrett Wilson battle each other in practice all the time too. Falcons got the easiest schedule in the NFL. Falcons should be better this year too. Doesn't feel like Burrow or Hurts will win a chip because of the first-time Super Bowl loser curse. Losing quarterback doesn't go back, so Tua or Herbert will win a chip from that class. We'll see. Saints had to repay the Vikings in 2018 for 2009. So who in the NFC South? Shit, ATL might win that who? Because Tampa Bay is, obviously they're gonna take a step back. If Baker gonna be your starting quarterback, you in trouble. Bryce Young, that team ain't ready yet. The Panthers, they're not ready. New Orleans, they're kind of just there. Like, they're not gonna be bad. I feel like they might hover 500. They're just there. Or they might be the team that surprise people out that division, but I say the Falcons. So they're going to humiliate Deshaun Watson or have him be a top 5 quarterback this year. I mean, last year they humiliated the shit out of him. So it can only go up from there. Call that man Lamar Trinidad James. You tripping now. So it was own heart sacrificed by the WWF. Allegedly. Herbert telling he just can't close. Jimmy G ain't all that. Nope. He's just marketable as fuck. That's it. Got a sunrise margarita today. It was okay. Oh yeah, you celebrating. I see. Sauce is good. He got a soft ass quarterback. I'm just waiting for the Jets to start losing. See how quick that smile goes off Aaron Rodgers' face. So you like that name, Sauce? Yeah, Sauce Gardner, that's the best name in the NFL. Jimmy G got to be doing favors behind the scenes. New alarm game manager that always wins. Got a Super Bowl with the Patriots. Can't forget that. It got to the point where the owner wanted Jimmy G over Brady. Got to that point. You say Chiefs logo in the Super Bowl logo. No. I didn't say they logo was in the Super Bowl logo. I said go back and look on the Chiefs Twitter account what small little icon. That's probably the word I should have said was icon instead of logo. What small icon do you see next to their name? The Atlanta ain't winning shit, the Saints winning. Telling you, watch out for the Falcons in the NFC South. Watch out for the ATL. If they go to the playoffs, they ain't gonna do shit though. But just watch out. So don't remind you about the Bucks. He said he gonna call a sniper on Baker, allegedly. Does Joe Burrow know his ball and receivers he uses in Magnus, or does he think it's all his skills? Of course he knows. He's a star player. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? So what's the cult symbolism behind me going live in a green room with a black wife beater? It's a tank top, by the way. And a red shirt. What the fuck are you talking about? Broncos turning up this season. We'll see about that. They can't be as bad as they were last year, but we'll see. Danny Jones is low-key marketable once he starts winning. So they had him as an undercover boss worker. Danny Nichols? He was an undercover boss? What? What up, Big Pontiac? OG in the building. Finally, somebody said it. Jose said it. Jets offensive line. Said one injury away from turning into the 2022 Bucks monster playoff appearance. Yeah, they got everything else going for them but that O-line that they don't want to talk about. People didn't recognize it was him because it's Danny Nichols' sorry ass. It's the Eagles again. We don't really even know enough about Ritter to even say. So Evan Turner mid NBA is rigged on Gil's podcast. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, when he was talking about one of the OGs when he was younger was like, just remember, at the end of the day, this is entertainment, so don't get mad about anything that happens. Can't say I didn't warn you. And then Evan Turner caught on to what the OGs was saying. And he mentioned whenever he got older and there's younger players in the on the team, he tell them the same thing, like, hey, remember, this is entertainment at the end of the day. And they went on talking about we got to win by 1 and we got to win by 15 in, like, specific scenarios and shit. Okay, yeah, BCA, yeah, you see it. It's Danny Pennies. Oh, Danny Pennies. Woo. Downgraded him. Downgrade him. Shout out Marie Holiday. Shout out to you. Why do people still think the NFL is real, missing easy tackles, slow down on wide receiver, managing the gloves, emotional investment, for one, cognitive dissonance. But I think Rodgers' headstrong attitude and outspokenness caused him to lose favor amongst the owners and were the Jets a last resort team to join. I think it was always in the script for him to go to the Jets, just like how Brett Favre went to the Jets, and then he eventually went to the Vikings. But for Aaron Rodgers, that's more so just the character. The Jets are bait. I've had the chance to meet a current player in one of America's 4 major sports leagues before. Yeah, when they was in college, yeah, I went to UT and shit. Whenever we had parties, let's see, I've met, well, shit. For one, I interviewed Josh Dobbs when I was in college. I met his dad before recently, just out at the bar. Actually saw Josh Dobbs out at the bar like a month ago. Who else? Seen Cedric Tillman, Trey Smith for the Chiefs. Who else? Derek Barnett, Cam Sutton. Who else? I'm trying to think of anybody else. Who's in the league now? Oh, Rick Barnes. Interviewed him before, too. Is Deleon going with the Vikings again? No, he said the Jets and the Niners. He said this like 5-6 months ago. Yeah, we talked about that Friday night. Well, I think he said the Jets and the Niners. Which is funny, that's what they predicted on Hard Knocks, too, that the Jets would win the Super Bowl 31-21 over San Francisco. Which I don't believe, but it's funny that they felt the need to put that in there. Was the league trying to blackball Rodgers and push him out the league, and the Jets were the only team after him? No. No. Nigga said Danny top 5. Jets finna crash and burn. They're so obvious about the NFL. Look how they missed the most easiest tackle you've seen in your life. Also, how the fuck did Odell catch the ball with one hand? Of course it was Magnus. Faker, Trashfield, and Kyle Trash. I remember they talked so highly of Kyle Trask when he was at Florida. Like, I think that was a weak quarterback class, if I remember correctly, too. But they talked so highly about Kyle Trask. Like, yo, he's making all these pro throws. He's doing this. He's doing that. He's going to be good in the league. And I saw he went to the Buccaneers. Like, I don't know about that. The only pro is he could learn from Tom Brady, but that's about it. I believe Harden's situation is humiliation. Charged him $100K for his comments. I think that shit's just a storyline, to be honest. But the shit with him and Daryl Morey, I think it's just a storyline. James Harden's slick kind of get on my nerves, to be honest. Because it's the same shit everywhere he goes. Kind of like Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant's my favorite current NBA player, and the shit that he always pulls starts to get on my nerves, too. Like, damn, bro, you doing the LeBron James shit over here, stacking your team and shit, complaining and all this bitching and moaning and shit. But unlike LeBron, he's actually a better player. Patrick's ankle injury was fake. Kept limping, then ran full speed. And there'd be plays where he was not limping at all. And then a couple plays later, he limping again. Stephen A. and Shannon or Skip and Irvin/Sherman. Which would I rather watch? Damn. Because I can't stand Stephen A. Shannon is tolerable at times. Skip, I can't really stand him either. I like the fact he hates LeBron though. Sherman. I'd probably go with Skip and Irvin/Sherman, or specifically Skip and Sherman. Cause Stephen A. just too annoying to me, bro. I cannot stand Stephen A. Smith. They caught Trayvon Diggs liking a porn star's pics. Folks have too much time on their hands. He forgot his likes are public. The Tom Brady, let's do this, yeah. Yeah, that shit was so cringe when they did that little Super Bowl intro. When he said that, I was like, bro, come on, get somebody else to say that shit. Like, I get why you didn't have Patrick Mahomes say it because he sounds like goddamn Kermit. But Tom Brady, come on, bro. Let's do this. Like, really? The way he said that shit, I was like, bro, come on. Like, that shit sounded so forced and so fake. I remember when Richard Sherman roasted Skip. Yeah, he told that man, I'm better at life than you. Said, what's wrong with LeBron? Don't get me started about LeBron, bro. Don't get me started about LeBron. Tom Brady be getting hit from the back, allegedly. Y'all see in the Super Bowl, I think it was after they beat the Falcons, there was this, they panned out wide. Got the overhead shot. You see, like, the crowd of people and stuff like that. And then in the middle, you see Tom Brady grabbing the back of Robert Kraft's head. Kiss that man on the lips. Ain't no alleged. You can look this shit up. The let's do this had you die. Yeah, that shit was funny as hell, bro. Like, what? This y'all really doing this for the Super Bowl? Like, come on, bro. I expect this from the NBA before the NFL for that shit. Like, I can see LeBron James saying some shit like that. You also seen the video of him kissing his son? Yeah. It was like on that little Facebook series they had. And his son didn't want to even do it. He made him do it twice. I think Super Bowl 58 calls would be the Ravens and Niners or Vikings and Chiefs. If I had to pick between those two options, I'd go Vikings and Chiefs. Why are people now painting their fingernails? Because they gave up the back door, man. They allegedly gave up the back door. Like, for what straight black dudes do you know? I know there's some straight white dudes that do this shit. But what straight black dudes do you know that paint their fingernails? Like regular people, just paint their fingernails. Unless they going through some really, really weird emo phase. So I think the Niners losing all these championship games is paying dues for all the chips they won in the 80s and 90s. That's a good point. I still say they are due for a goddamn Super Bowl. San Francisco been so close to it so many times in recent years. If there's a team that is due for throwing all these damn Super Bowls and close games in the playoff, San Francisco. Which southern cities could have an NHL team? I remember when the Atlanta used to have the Thrashers. I used to watch that shit as a kid. But obviously they're not there anymore. I mean, predominantly black city, but you think they're going to watch hockey? Let's be real. Let's be real. I'm surprised Florida got 2 hockey teams. It's weird to me that Carolina has a hockey team. It's just weird that hockey teams being in the South to me. Like, Dallas having a hockey team to me is weird, even though it's a big market. So there are 3 ways to sacrifice. Give up the back door. You say, or your own oath. Am I a Ravens fan? Yes. It's like Kirk ain't the main character. You know what people keep saying Vikings. The only way you see is if Jefferson goes crazy with 2,500 yards and wins MVP. I mean, really, Jalen Hurts ain't a main character, if you really think about it. Is Matthew Stafford the main character? He had his shine 1 year and that was it. Rams suck ass. And you know he was with Detroit before that. What they do? They might have went to the playoffs, but they ain't do shit. So they can pick and choose for a year to have somebody as their main character. Really shouldn't be the main character. Just look up what they did in the NBA. Jokic and goddamn Jimmy Butler. We know goddamn well Jokic ain't marketable. Said Wisconsin. Damn, they sure don't have a hockey team. Damn. That is weird, man. That is crazy that Wisconsin doesn't have. They have basketball, football, but not a hockey. That and baseball. What the fuck? Damn, they do not have a hockey team. I just realized that. So you think they done with Frisco Bronze? Do I still find the NFL entertaining? I find it comical. Some games I find entertaining, but most of them are more along the lines of comical. I say it gets entertaining in the playoffs, though. If it's scripted properly and they do it right, they can make it entertaining to me. I don't like the way they did the Super Bowl personally. Like, sure, the final score made it look close, but the way they did it wasn't entertaining to me at all. Lightning run hockey, they did two-peat not too long ago. And then the Panthers, they went this year but lost. Cowboys might be due for, they ain't due for shit. The only way they win is if Jerry Jones dies. Allegedly. So Draymond be glitching. It was Sean McVay in the new stadium while the Rams won. Exactly, yeah, and Matt Stafford just so happened to be the benefactor. But for that season, he actually was they tried to make him the main character. They made sure he was the focal point during the playoff run, especially NFC Championship game and Super Bowl. They made it a point to focus on him. Yu Yu Hakusho, the best anime? I still say Dragon Ball Z. Yu Yu Hakusho up there though, but it's hard to beat Dragon Ball Z, bro. It is hard to beat Dragon Ball Z. It's easily one of the most influential animes in history. Like, I can go out and see grown people wearing Dragon Ball Z shirts. I've never seen a grown person wear a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt. And I love the show, but I've never seen one wear a Yu Yu Hakusho shirt, a Yu Yu Hakusho backpack. Never seen it. Demon Slayer. So I've never seen Demon Slayer. Never seen it. I've heard it's good, though, but I haven't seen it. I've heard of Baki. I ain't watched that one either. I think the last one I watched that wasn't Dragon Ball Z was Rurouni Kenshin. Like, I like the samurais and shit. And it's not too out there where it's like, yo, what the fuck is going on? It's like, okay, we got samurais and shit, and they got some weird swords, but it's not crazy. Like, it take me a minute to get into some of them animes that got some, like, ridiculous-ass plot and backstory that don't make sense. It's like, all right, what the fuck is going on? Like, because I be lost, I have a lot of questions and shit. I gotta look up shit. I gotta look up what the anime version says compared to the manga and vice versa. It's a lot. You said Dragon Ball is its own celebration day in Japan. I feel like I've heard about that. That's cool as hell, too. That's something I would like to actually travel and go to that shit. Saw Seth Rollins wearing a Demon Slayer shirt. Seth Rollins. Interesting. So they're promoting. Aaron Donald's another one, too. I'm talking about, think about who had the sit-down interviews. Who did Aaron Andrews sit down with and emphasize interviewing? It was Matt and Donald. 9 and 99. Or 666. What Denver Nuggets like team do I see winning the Super Bowl this year? I don't think it was a team that is not marketable, and their star player still ain't marketable. That's good. A good unmarketable team. Good unmarketable team. I gotta think about that one. A good team that's unmarketable right now. Fuck. You can't say Minnesota. They got Justin Jefferson. Part of me wants to say the Lions if we talk about a good unmarketable team. That's a good one. Jacksonville. That's actually a good one. Even though they got Trevor Lawrence. Titans. Nah, I definitely don't see them winning it. Jags got Ridley. I mean, the thing about him is they still got the little bet and shit. They holding against him. That's the most recent thing about him. I guess you could go with the Jags. I mean, they're good. But they still got Trevor Lawrence, though. Like, they got a star quarterback, so. Oh, Seahawks. Seattle Seahawks. There you go. Good unmarketable team, Seahawks. No, he's not still suspended. I'm just saying that's the most recent thing about him. You say the Chargers, like Justin Herbert, star quarterback. Say Lakers Celtics would have made the most money and got the views. Yeah. Classic rivalry. Historic, a lot of history. Historical rivalry. The Colts. Yeah, unmarketable, yeah. So you got the Saints making a run. I just have a hard time trusting Derek Carr. Because there have been so many opportunities when he's with the Raiders in Oakland and Vegas where he just didn't get it done. And let's not forget the times he cried or he fake cried. I don't see it. I just don't see him making a serious run like that. They had a slightly better quarterback. They might be cooking. So the Lions have Aiden Hutchinson. I mean, on defense. On offense, who would their most marketable player be? Thoughts on the future of Marcus Mariota? Shit. Trash. Trash, that's it. Carr is still heartbroken over the Raiders. He's like the dude who always brings up his ex. I'll be seeing the Drake memes. Which ones? There's so many Drake memes out there. So you like Mariota? Mariota was fun to watch in college. And then in the NFL, again, bad situation. That's the definition of bad situation. Like the same thing with Sam Darnold, landing in a bad situation, and when it didn't work out in New York, landing in another bad situation, and now he's on his third team. Similar thing with Marcus Mariota. They went through like 3 different quarterbacks, coaches. Titans was going through different head coaching staffs, different offenses, while the quarterback's still in the learning process. That's not good. There was no stability there. And when it did get there, he was already on a short leash. Oh, the 21. Yeah, I've seen those. Drake be zesty with the painted nails. Well, I mean, he do other zesty shit, so that ain't the first time he done something. Tony Cash said the Panthers. Man, the Panthers ain't finna do shit. Ain't finna do nothing. There's all these NFL stadiums getting built now. The Jags, the Bills, the Titans, all made AFC Championship games in the past. Yeah. I still think the Titans are so unnecessary. Like, their stadium really ain't even that old. It's stupid they went to turf this year. But since Nashville's a growing city, one of the biggest cities in America now. But still, the Titans, man, come on. Because they trying to host the Super Bowl, too. Which I'm honestly surprised. 10%. I'm honestly surprised that they hadn't hosted one by now. Especially since their city's been booming in the last, 8 years. And I heard they gentrifying Jacksonville, making it nicer in a lot of areas and stuff. Hell yeah, we know about Buffalo with their new stadium. Looks a lot similar to the Bengals stadium, at least from the rendering I saw. Let's argue basketball. What the living, breathing fuck are you talking about, dude? So you pour the milk before the cereal. Say it's something about the wife, Scottie Pippen, old wife. Oh, no, you fucking up. Don't do that. What you doing? What are you doing, son? Out here wilding. You probably slept with one of your teammates. You crazy. All right, put that nigga in timeout. He wilding. Titans are an unmarketable team. The only thing they got marketable is Derrick Henry. And Hopkins now. It remains to be seen with their two backup quarterbacks. Is Sean O'Malley down with them people? Yes. What do I think about the Buccaneers? I think the Buccaneers are going to suck. Titans are the most average Joe team in the NFL. Carolina without Cam Newton. It was weird. The Titans are like that team that they be like slick kind of in the mix of making the playoffs. Like last year, they was in the mix to make the playoffs. They ain't really have shit on the team besides Henry. So Hopkins old and washed up. Bro, he ain't Julio Jones, bro. Julio Jones washed up. So Carolina's worse than average Joe. Now that they got maybe if they got a quarterback, they going to be that average Joe team for now. So Kelsey going to go off for a touchdown or two on opening day. Easy, for sure. For sure. If it was opening against the Chargers, you know he would have scored. He always scores against the Chargers, bro. It's funny. So you hate Patty Mahomes? How much better? 8%. Yeah. I'm gonna be on here another minute, then I'm ending this shit. His brother's annoying. I don't think he's annoying, but his brother's annoying as shit. And his I guess his wife now. His wife and his brother are so goddamn annoying. I said the Bears are interesting. To all receivers go to the Titans when they washed up. Let's see, you have Moss. Said Moss, Julio. Said D-Hop. D-Hop ain't washed up. He older, but he ain't washed up. I mean, he's not a speed receiver. The other two you just named were Julio, I say, was a mix. But Moss was a speed guy. Julio had speed. Hopkins is a possession receiver, so he should be straight. He just got to stay healthy. Andre Johnson. I remember when he fought Cortland Finnegan. That shit was funny. That shit was funny as hell. That's one of my favorite fights in the NFL is that Cortland Finnegan fight. I remember watching that live too. That was back when I was younger, living in Chattanooga. That shit was live. But the Bengals re-sign Burrow now, let him play a few games to see if he's healthy. Regardless, they're gonna re-sign him. Fuck they gonna do about their quarterback situation if he gone. Back to square one. We saw what they was like when he did get hurt. His rookie year. Did I grow up a Titans fan? Yeah, I did. Steve McNair, my favorite football player of all time. Could injuries cause Burrow to get washed up like Carson Wentz was so quick? If he keep getting hurt, if he keep getting injured, and that's with any athlete, if they keep getting injured, because what they say, your best ability is availability. It don't matter how big of a star you are. If you fuck up your knees, you fuck up your ankles, guess what? They'll find somebody to replace your ass. It's that simple. Oh, Crabtree and the Keep to Leaves fight. Yeah, that shit was funny. Say Herbert gonna be an MVP this year? Say MVP McNair in 93. Chris Johnson, yeah. Yeah, the Titans had some running backs too. Like I got Eddie George autograph when I was younger. Never got Steve McNair's though. Never did. And it's too late now. Why is it always one conference is better than the other? That's a good question. A lot really free agency, just who goes where. That's really it. Like, do most of the star players go to an AFC team or NFC team? You met Clinton Portis. Oh, yeah, he did play with the Redskins. Or Washington football team, what the fuck they are. That's what's up. I forgot. He got in trouble for some shit not too long ago. I forgot what it was. Something with his business or something like that. Well, I surprised Lamar re-signed. Yeah, I was actually surprised by that. But knowing what I know now, I see why. I see why, you know, other teams weren't so quick to jump on getting them. Titans never really had any star players. You can only think of A.J. Brown. Let's see. With the current or the most recent teams they had now, let me see. 5%. Okay. With the most recent teams they had now, in recent years, it was Derrick Henry, A.J. Brown. Who else? I don't count Tannehill. Maybe Kevin Byard. I know he's a good cornerback. I don't know about how marketable he was. Do I believe AB was under MK Ultra? Yes. Who takes Caleb Williams next year? The Cards, the Bucks, or the Raiders? We'll have to see who's shitty this year. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on that. But, yeah, I'm about to end the stream. This shit on 5%. Y'all hit that like button. Y'all have a good night. Say no to drugs, all that good stuff. Derek Mason. Shout out Derek Mason. But, yeah, man, we out.